Time now for a check of weather. Matt Engelbrecht joining us this weekend. Matt, the drought monitor continuing to show improvements in the drought situation, with 50% of soybeans and 55% of the U.S. corn crop considered to be in drought now. But looking at the next week, it seems like all models agree high heat will move farther north as well as east. But do the weather models agree on possible rains?
Yeah, I want to start off looking at the root zone, and then we'll get to that question regarding next week's rain chances. The root zone map looks better, just not great. Still some pockets of some very dry soil. That includes parts of Missouri and once again back up into Minnesota, Wisconsin, as well as into Michigan as well. Otherwise seeing more blue back into Oklahoma and even into the Dakotas. You go back 2 or 3 weeks ago, that was not always the case. Now, we've talked a lot about it this week and what we're going to be talking about the rest of next week, the heat. Want to show you just how all of this unfolds looking just at the jet stream. Remember, the jet stream is that ribbon of fast-moving air, but more importantly, the reason it gets created is because it separates the cold from the warm, or in this case, the extremely hot. And when it comes to a ridge of high pressure, which is what we're seeing here, that actually compresses the atmosphere and helps to stabilize the environment. What that means is as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this is something that, as we were just asked about, the models all agree on, is this ridge building and that difference between the really cold and really warm back up here to the north. That jet stream is going to be more along the Canadian-United States border, limiting a lot of rain chances in and across the United States. It's not mean it's going to be zero, but in this kind of situation, what we're going to be looking for air mass thunderstorms. There's just not a lot of energy around. We need dips in the jet stream to create those bigger systems in and across the United States. The next big question, how long is this heat in the forecast? You see a little wave right here coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that should bring about some shower activity back into the Midwest and up here to the Northeast. Otherwise, you got to look to the West Coast for the next kicker. So to kind of put it all together, the precipitation outlook is looking mostly dry once again, if not right about normal, back through the plains and the southeast, as well as the south, with the possibility of wetter than normal between July 27th and, already August 2nd as we go through the week. Into the temperature outlook follows exactly what we just looked at with that jet stream, with the extreme heat setting up in and across the United States, with any below normal temps staying well to the north. And this also includes Alaska. Alaska is expected to be very hot as well. There's a look at the temperature outlook for July 25th to July 29th.
Thanks, Matt. Well, the markets have been very active to weather this year, especially when conflicting forecasts week to week. So what about the forecasts that fueled corn and soybean prices this week? Chip Dellinger and John Payne join us next.